Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. And in today's video, we'll talk about PHP variables and their data types. So here you can see I'm in a .php file and there is another .php. So we have a PHP script here, and inside it, you can see I've just write some text, right? So if you want to create variable, you just have to start with variable sign, that is $sign, and then variable name, and then you can set the value for the variable. We know that we have different types of variable, and that can be string, can be integer, and it can be float, it can be boolean, right? So in other language, let's say if you think about C++ or C, you just have to mention the type first if you want to set the value. Let's say you want to set you want to create a variable or declare a variable using which will contain an integer value, right? So you have to just give the type first and then variable name, let's say var1, okay, and then the value. But in PHP, you don't need to mention the type at first. You just need to declare a variable using $sign, and then if you use two quotation, I mean double quotation here, you can see, and you say the double quotation, you type anything and that will be considered as string, and if you set number, that will be automatically considered as integer, and if you place the fractional value, and that will also consider as float, and if you set true or false, it will consider as boolean value. So you don't need to give the type at first, you just have to give a dollar first to create a variable, and then any name you actually want, and then the value. So here you can see I have declared some variable, value1, value2, value3, number, and value4. You can see in our first variable we have set a string, right? Because we have said that inside double quotation, if you write any text, that will be considered as a string, and here this is integer because we have set here number, and here you can see I have set here true, so it will consider as boolean variable. So here you can see I have echo every single value. For the first one, we have echo it that my name is dollar, then variable. So here you can see I have echo in two different ways. One is using dot, another one is inside the curly braces. But the problem is, you can see we use dot outside of this, I mean double quotation. So if you want to show your output inside the double quotation, or if you want to access the variable inside the double quotation, that time you just have to use this curly braces. Otherwise, you just have to concatenate the string using dot. So dot will concatenate the string. So these are the two ways you can output or echo something. If you want to show the value, or if you want to access PHP from the browser, you just have to install this XAMPP, because it will automatically done everything for you. You don't need to set up PHP step by step. So you just have to start this Apache server. So that Apache means actually localhost, and you need an internet connection also. Without internet connection you can start it, but it will not work. So now we have already started, and you just have to type here localhost / your project name. As you can see, my project name is test.php, and my project is inside C XAMPP folder and then htdocs. So let me just go there at first, this PC and this C drive. Actually I have installed this in the C drive. So here you can see we have a folder, and there is XAMPP folder. So inside the XAMPP folder you can see a lot of folder here. You just have to go to the htdocs. So if you create new project, you just have to put inside the htdocs, otherwise it will not count, otherwise you cannot access it. So whatever you actually do, what kind of project you actually want to do, you just have to create all of them inside the htdoc folder. So here you can see I have a project here that is called test PHP. So I just have to mention the project file, I mean project name PHP, sorry, test PHP, right, / then your file name. Here you can see we have a PHP file, that is another.php. So we just have to write here another.php. Press enter. Oops, here you can see I have added one more slash here, so I just have to give dot here. Now if I press enter, then you can see the result. My name is Yamin. Our first value is string, so here you can see we have shown the output that my name is value1 and that is Yamin, and you can see my age is integer, so it shows integer value, and we have boolean value true, and true actually defines 1, so when false it means the boolean value is 0. And here you can see we have number 5, but here's the thing, you can see that this 5 is actually inside the double quotation, so it should act as a string, right? But the problem is, you can see in the result variable we have multiply the integer value with the string. Is it possible? Actually no, because we cannot multiply any string with an integer value. But here you can see our result is 25. It's actually multiplying. This is because inside the double quotation we have also number, so it takes the number and multiply it and give us the result of multiplication, that is 5:5 is 25. Here you can see we have a float value 3.5 and this is the 3.5. So these are the variables you can declare like this, and these are the outputs. So you can show output in two ways as I mentioned, and one is using concatenate sign, that is dot, and if you want to show all the result inside the double quotation actually, then you just have to use curly braces. So I prefer the second one, the curly braces, and everyone should use it because this is more professional and also useful, time consuming, right? Okay, so that's it. Thanks for watching this video. See you in the next video. Till then, goodbye.